Okay, this length function will return number of elements present within the set. Okay, this membership operator. Okay, while the in and not in are both are membership operators, right? To check whether that element is present or not, we will use this membership operator. Okay, x is the element I'm checking within this S set. Okay, if that x is present, it will return true, otherwise will return false. Okay, not in also. Okay, reverse. Okay. Then like you can, you have two sets in your hand, you are going to check whether one set is subset of another set. Okay, to check that condition we'll use is subset function. Is subset function is used to test one, uh, suppose S is there, one set T is there, this S is subset of T or not. I'm checking this condition like this by using is subset function, or else you can use this less than or equals to symbol also. This is the operator. You can use this operator also to check is subset operation. Okay. In the same way, is superset. Okay. To check is superset or not. Okay, we'll go with this function is superset function. Okay. Then to check two sets are equivalent or not, we'll use this equals to symbol, not equals to. Then you can like combine two sets by using union operation. A similar like just like mathematics, we'll do all these operations like on sets. You can go with the union operation, intersection, okay, or difference, okay, so, subset, superset. Okay, all the operations you can perform here also. Okay, we have the predefined functions. Simply use these predefined functions. Okay, you can use the like you can perform all these operations. Okay, intersection. Okay, difference. Okay, what this difference will do, you have one set S1, S is there, one more is T is there. Okay, the new set will return like elements in S but not in T. Okay, only elements which are present in S it will return, but not in T means, or like we'll see one example, you will get some clear idea. We'll take two sets first. Okay, like S, I'm going to take one S. Okay, S consists of elements from 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, consider this is one set. Okay, I have one more set T. Okay, this set consists, okay, or like 4 5 6 7. Okay, see, if you observe here, I'm going to find the length of any one like set. How you can just use length of S. It will return number of elements present within that set. Okay. Suppose I'm checking this membership operator 1 in S. It will return true if that element present within that. Okay. Suppose 1, I'm saying that 1 not in. This is one more operator, membership operator not in T. Checking in the in a set T. Okay, but it will return true because that one is not in the T. Okay, I'm checking here in the set T, not in S. Okay, it will return true. Okay, suppose I'm checking this is subset operation. Okay, I said in the yesterday's class, right? If you don't know what are the operations you can perform on set, just give that set name here, set, then give dot, okay, control space. Okay, to give this control space, you can see what are the functions that set will support. Okay, you can add one element. Okay, you can clear all the elements from the set. You can copy this set into another set. Okay, you can find the difference. Okay, you can find the difference update. Okay, discard, intersection update. Okay, all these operations you can perform. Okay, see intersection update. What are the function here we mention? All these functions we can see here. Okay, or like is this join? Okay, is subset. Okay, is superset. Pop operation, remove operation. Okay, semantic difference. Okay, the union operation, update operation. All these operations you can perform here. Okay, we will see one or two. See, you have set S is there, set T is there. Okay, you are going to perform some is superset operation. What is it is written? Test whether every element in S is in T. Okay, I'm checking every element within this S present within this T. Okay, to check that condition, we'll use this is superset operator or like function. Is subset, not superset. Is subset will return like that. Okay, is subset of T. Okay, if it is having the same elements within that, it will return true or else false. Okay, see, I'm saying that this S is subset of T, but it is not subset of T, right? Okay, it is having some other elements. Okay, for that, it will return false. Suppose if I change this S, okay, I'm changing this S to like instead of these elements, I'm going to have 4 comma 5. Okay, T consists these values, right? If you see, S consists 4 5, T consists 8 4 5 6 7. Okay, I'm saying that now I'm saying that S is subset of T. I'm checking this condition. Now in this case, you will get true because 4 5 already consists in T. Okay, if you see, you got true here. Okay, you got true here because this S is subset of check. This is only for checking the condition. Okay, whether that set is subset of that another set, this T or not. Okay, in that case, just use this function. You can like it will return true. Otherwise, if it is not subset, it will return false like this. Okay, or like you can perform union operation also. Okay, see if you see this union operation, S dot union of T. Okay, union of T means, okay, what it will return? It will return one new set with elements from both S and T. Okay, you see here S consists 4 5 or T consists these elements 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, if I use that union, S dot like union of T, it will return the, it will combine the both the elements. You can see here 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, but already 4 5 is there, right? That's why it is not showing. Okay, suppose if I take S size these elements. Okay, S having these elements. If you see, S consists these elements or T consists these elements. If I use this S dot union of T means, if you see now, okay, all the elements from S and T both are included here. Okay, see if you see, S consists 1 2 3 4 and 5. If you see, T also consists this 4 5, but if in the resultant union only 1 4 5 is you are seeing, because this set does not support like duplicate values, right? That's why it is taking only one value. Okay, if you see 4 5, S consists 4 5 and T also consists 4 5, but in resultant you got only 4 5, one single 4 5. Okay, like this you can perform all these like operations. Okay, see, uh, you can copy one set into another set by using copy function. Okay, you can update some elements. Okay, you can add one element into this set, you can remove one element. Okay, like all these operations. Pop operation also will remove one element. Okay, but arbitrary element means the first element is going to like remove from that set. Okay, s dot clear. S dot clear means it will clear all the elements from the like set. See, if you see, if I use this clear, okay, s dot clear. Okay, s dot clear means it will empty the set. Okay, if I print this s here, you can see empty set. It is visible, right? It will clear all the elements which are present in that set. Okay, in this way you can go with all these functions. Just go through this. Okay, these are the predefined functions. Directly you can use whenever you require in your program. Okay. See, I said right, indexing is not supported, right? By using index, you cannot access the elements from the set, and you cannot like change the value of one value by using index. Okay, because this indexing is not supported by the sets. Okay, this is about the set concept. Okay, just observe the difference. What is the difference between that list? Okay, and tuple. Okay, then we have set. Okay, small difference only that you need to remember. Okay, the next concept we have dictionary. Okay, all these are the sequence data types only. Strings also sequence data type. Okay, list, tuple, set. Now finally we have dictionary is a similar to just like lists only, but it has key value pairs. Okay, see, a dictionary represents a group of elements arranged in the form of key value pairs. Okay, for each key we have one value. Okay, we have one key, then with that key you can get one value. Okay, here you can see I have one dictionary D. Okay, within this to create this dictionary also we use this curly braces only, but within this curly braces we will mention key value pairs. Okay, if you observe here, this dictionary D, this one is the key. Okay, a register number is the key. This is the value, column value. Okay, this is the key, and this one is the value. Okay, the same way this is the key, this one is the value. Okay, in this way you can create one dictionary within the curly brace. You can mention key value pairs. Okay, but if you observe, whatever the keys you are mentioning here, those should be like immutable, sorry, immutable things only it will support. Immutable things mean these keys are these keys should be unique. Okay, if keys are unique, then only it will like accept the value. Okay, suppose you have one registered number, one key, the same name, you cannot take one more key. Values you can take same values, but key should be unique. Okay, by using key, okay, by using key you can get this value. Okay, just observe here. This is the one dictionary. Okay, from this dictionary, okay, uh, in the list and tuple case you are using in like index value, right? Or some d of 0 means it is returning like element from the zeroth position, but internally it is not supporting indexing. Okay, it is having key value pairs. Okay, here key means similar to index only, but by using key only you will get the value. Okay, if you want uh, one element from that dictionary, okay, D is the dictionary, then key you need to mention here. Okay, if you mention key like this, then it will return the value associated with this. Okay, see here you can observe here to access the elements of the dictionary, we should not use indexing or slicing. For example, this dict is the dictionary of zero or the slicing operation. These are not supported. Okay. By if you want to access the elements, you can go with this key value. Okay. To access the value associated with the key, we can mention the key name inside the square brackets like this. Okay. Let's see one example. Okay. The same we will try here. I'll create one dictionary first. Okay. Like I will give the name as D, my dictionary name. Okay. Here, what I'm trying to do, key I'm giving as like roll number. Okay. Then colon value. Value you can give anything here. Okay. Some like 501. Sorry. Key is the roll number. Okay. This is one string. Okay. Colon. You can give value here. Okay. Then comma. This is one like key value pair. Okay. The same way, you can take name is the one more key. Okay. Like you can give the value for this name. Okay. In this case, here it is the integer, right? Value is the integer. Okay. In this case, I am taking the name as some any one name. Okay. This is one key value pair. Okay. This is the one, and this is the two. Okay. Then I will go with some marks. Okay. Marks also one key. Okay. For this, like 90, some integer value, or 90.5, like that. You can go with any like value. Okay. This is the way you can create one dictionary. Okay. Dictionary within the like curly braces, you can mention like key value pairs. This is the key. Okay. And this is the value. This is the key, and this one is the value. Okay. If you observe now, if I print this D here, you can see name is the key, this is the value. Roll number is the key, this is the value. Okay. If you observe here, uh, these are also unordered, right? Okay. If you see, I have entered like this: roll number, name, and mark. But if you see here, name, okay, roll number, marks. Okay. You cannot access these values by using index values because these are unordered. Okay, but you can access these values by using this key with this key. Okay, suppose I require this rule number. Okay, how you can access? Simple within the square bracket, mention that key here. Okay, or like key is the rule number, right? Okay, if I mention that key here, it will directly return the value associated with this key. Okay, in this way you can access. You can update this rule number also. How you can? By using key only. Okay, or like rule number. Okay, dictionary of rule number equals to, like you can give any one integer value or anything. Okay, now you can see, if I see this dictionary, if I print the dictionary, you can observe rule number is changed now. Okay, if you see here, previously it is 501, now it is 505. Okay, like this you can update. You can access by using key, you can update by using key. Okay, small difference. In list and tuple case we use index here. Okay, but in this case we use key value. Key, with this key you can do operation. Okay, you can get the length of the like dictionary also. Similar length function we can use in all sequences: string, list, tuple, set, and dictionary also. Okay, it will return number of key value pairs associated with that dictionary. Okay, if you see here, if I find d, sorry, length of d, it will return number of key value pairs within the dictionary. Okay, if you see here, it is written in 3. Okay, and this we have seen right just now by using like you can insert one more key value pair also, just like mention one index value, just give one value. Okay, in index means this is the key. Okay, associated value. Okay, like this you can see. Inserting means previously we have just updated, right? Suppose like I'm going to insert one more key value pair. Okay, see d dot sorry d what we will enter like gender we will enter. Okay, this is the one key. For this key I'm entering like one value. This is just like string only, right? Okay, that you need to mention within the single quote or double quote. Okay, see now it is enter. To print this d, you can observe now this gender is inserted here, right? Gender male. Okay, this is one key value pair. Like this you can insert. Okay, you can delete one key value pair by using delete is one function. Okay, you can mention like this. You can delete one element from the dictionary. Okay, by using delete is one predefined function. Okay, see this is insertion, right? Okay, by using key value pair you are just inserting. Suppose I don't want this rule number in it. You can delete that one. How you can just use del is the keyword. Okay, del. You can mention dictionary of rule number. Okay, it is going to delete. If you print this d this rule number is not available now. In this way you can delete like one key value pair from the dictionary. Okay, same this membership operator also you can use in this like dictionary. Whether one name is available or not, you can use like this. In whether this name in dictionary or not, if it is there it will return true or else it will return false. Okay, if you observe, I'm saying that this key should be unique, right? Suppose if I enter say with the same, suppose if I enter present within this dictionary, gender is male is there. Okay, better I will create one more dictionary, some d like d equals to, or else I'm going to insert one more like one more key value pair. Okay, gender only. Okay, within this gender, okay, like if I enter one more key with the same value, not this thing. Okay, suppose if you are giving same like key value, same key you are using two times within this dictionary, what happens? Okay, already one key is there. Okay, like if I use same key, okay, it won't allow because keys are unique, right? Okay, it won't allow, but it won't give any error, but it will just update the new one. Okay, already gender is there. If I use same, I'm going to insert same key with gender. Okay, in this case I will give like female. Okay, what happens? Okay, it won't give any error, but it will just takes the only new key value pair. Okay, if I print here, if I print a d here, you can see this gender is updated. While creating a dictionary, if you are suppose if you forgot to like mention with the same key, Okay, it will takes only like a new key, an updated one only. It won't take the previous one. Okay, because uh, these keys are unique. You cannot take the key is the, suppose if I take this key two times, it won't accept. Okay, because keys are unique here. Okay, that you need to remember while creating dictionary. Okay, okay, these are the functions that you can work with this dictionary. Okay, d dot clear means it will remove all the key value pairs from the dictionary. Okay, you can copy one dictionary into another dictionary. Okay, suppose already you have one dictionary D. If you require the same copy, you can just use this copy function. It will like copies into the D2. Okay, from keys. Okay, if you want to create one like instead of copy, you can create one new dictionary with some from this key to that key. Okay, like that you can mention here. Okay, from keys you can get like value from dictionary by using get function. Okay, you can mention this key here, it will return the value. Okay, or d dot items means just see returns an object that contains key value pairs of d, means it will return all the items which are present within this d. Okay, here keys means it will return only keys. Okay, see d dot keys means, okay, if you see here d dot keys, d dot keys means it will return only keys from this dictionary. Okay, gender is one key, name is one key, marks is one key. Okay, in the same way, d dot values, d dot values means it will return only values from dictionary. Okay, female. Okay, is Pawan 90. These are the values, these are the keys. Like based on your requirement you can use these functions. Okay, you can update one key. Okay, see, you can remove one like element from the dictionary. Okay, just mention key here that will remove from the dictionary. Okay, like this you can work all these functions with the dictionary. Okay, just practice these functions on dictionary. Okay, see, if you want to retrieve all the elements from the any sequence, from for example if it is list or tuple, we are using a for loop, right? Okay, then how you can use for loop with this dictionary, because we have key value pairs here. Then how you can like access the value. Suppose if I say some L1 is there, L1 means here one list is there, like 1 2 3 4, okay, 5 6, this is one list, right? We want to retrieve all the elements from this list, we are using for loop, right? For some variable I in L1. Okay, you are just printing I here. Okay, see what it is returning, it is returning all the elements from the like this sequence L1. Okay, then how you can work with this dictionary, how you can retrieve all the like elements from this dictionary. Okay, here this for loop is used. See, suppose if I use this d here, d consists some these elements. Okay, some key value pairs. Okay, how I am going to use this like for loop. Okay, I'm going to retrieve key. Okay, key is my variable name in d. Okay, I'm going to print like if I print key here, it will print only keys. Okay, you see here gender, name, marks. Okay, in the same way if you require values, okay, just use d of e. Okay, d of key means it will return values now. Okay, d of key means it will return values. Okay, if I take only key, it will print only keys only. These are the keys. You can see this is the one key, name is one key, marks is one key. Keys are returned. Okay, if I use d of key means it will return all the keys. Okay, one more thing you need to remember. Suppose how you can create one empty dictionary. Okay, see, d equals to like I use like this. Okay, it will create one empty dictionary. If you want to check type of this dictionary, okay, you can see dictionary, one dictionary, right? Then how you can create one empty set for set also we use this curly braces, right? But if I use this empty curly braces, it will always take internally it has one dictionary. Okay, to create one empty set, we cannot use this curly braces. Okay, if I use s equals to two curly braces also, if I check this type of this s, okay, it will give dictionary only. But how you can create empty set? Simply use one set is one like constructor by using, suppose I'm going to create one empty set s. Okay, s equals to set is one constructor. By using this constructor you can create one empty set. Now if you see type of this s set, if you observe here, type of this s is set. Now in this way you can create one empty set. Okay, yeah, that's all. This is about the dictionary. Okay, let's see one. I will mention all the things in one table format. Okay, you will get the all the sequence data type. This is about dictionary. Okay, just observe this one. Okay, these are the sequence data types that we have discussed as of now. Okay, see, are you following? No one is all are silent.
Sir.
See, all these are the sequence data types, right? Okay, see, first one is the strings. Okay, next we have discussed list. Okay, tuple. Okay, one more is set. Now dictionary. Okay, how you can create the strings? Okay, by using double quote or single quote you can create the strings like this. Okay, how you can create this list? By using square bracket. Okay, by using this bracket, if you mention any elements here, okay, that that will treat it as one list. Okay, now tuple. How you can create this tuple? Some t1 equals to use this parenthesis. Within this, whatever the elements we have mentioned, okay, these elements are going to treat as one tuple. Okay, see, like how you can create set similar within this, like set some s1 equals to, within this like curly braces you can give elements like this. Okay, in this way you can create one set. Just remember these brackets. Okay, for list square bracket, for tuple we use this parenthesis, for set we use curly braces. Okay, if you see, for dictionary also we use this curly braces, but if you observe here, inside this curly braces we are mentioning key value pairs. Okay, for each key we have value. Okay, then how you can create one empty string? Simply you can give some s1 equals to uh, okay, simple one like double quote. Okay, in this way empty list. Okay, some l2 equals to, you can give square bracket. Like this you can create, or else by using list constructor also you can create one empty list. In the same way, tuple also you can just give some t2 equals to some empty parenthesis or else by using tuple constructor. Okay, by using tuple constructor also you can create one empty tuple. Here coming to set, like you need to use set is the constructor. By using set constructor you can create one empty set. Okay, for dictionary you can give like simple empty or like curly braces, it will create one empty dictionary. Okay, coming to strings, strings are immutable. Okay, immutable means you cannot change these values, right? Once you create one dictionary, sorry, one string, you cannot change these values. The same way, list are mutable. Mutable means like you can change these values, you can update these values. Okay, the coming to tuple, tuple also immutable. Okay, immutable means it not supports duplicate values. Sorry, it supports duplicate value. Immutable means you cannot update these values. Okay, you cannot change the values. So that you need to remove. Coming to sets, sets are mutable, but these are unordered. Okay, you can change the like values, but it won't support the duplicate values. Okay, coming to dictionary, dictionary is mutable. Mutable means you can change the values. We have changed, right? By using key, one key, we have updated the value. Okay, like that you can update. Okay, strings are ordered. Okay, ordered means by using index value you are able to access these values, right? Okay, lists also ordered. Okay, you can access by using index value. Okay, coming to this tuple also ordered by using index, it is supporting. Okay, coming to set, sets are unordered. Unordered means like all the elements within this set, or like you cannot access those elements by using index value, right? Because all are unordered elements, or like elements are not stored based on the index value. Okay, in the same way dictionary also ordered. Ordered, these are not ordered, unordered. Okay, sorry, this is the unordered. Unordered, but you can access by using like key, by using key value. Okay, by using key you can get the value here. Okay, like strings are not allowed duplicate values. Okay, list will allow duplicate value. Tuple, or like this tuple also allows duplicate values, but set does not allows duplicate values. Okay, if you assign some duplicate values also, it will remove from them. Okay, or this dictionary, in dictionary case, or like it not allow duplicate keys. Okay, you can give value, same value with some other key also, but it not allow duplicate keys. Okay, you can update update operation similar. If you it is in, if it is indexing support, you can update. Sorry, uh, if it is immutable, we cannot update. Okay, this string and tuple are similar. These two are the immutable. Okay, remaining are mutable. You can update the values. Okay, this just remember this diagram or this table. Okay, you will get the all the like you can write all the sequence data types. Okay, this is about the all sequence data types which are supported by the Python. Okay, any doubts in today's class?